Lindsay. All right, welcome everybody to today's general session. It is Thursday, July 29th. I can't even believe it. 2 more days to July, and then we're heading into August.
Crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun. So this morning, I have a very special little co-host here with me on the general session. And today what we're going to talk about is, making a decision of what you want to do and then following through to actually create on that. And in particular, I brought my daughter Trinity on the line this morning because she just launched her second business online. We're very excited for her. And I just wanted her to kind of talk through the process that she's followed to, have an idea and then carry it through the steps to actually make this happen. And before I do that, I'll basically be interviewing her. But before I do that, I just want to share with you that we don't do all of this for her. So it's not like she comes and says, hey, I want to start a fidget business, and then we sit down and do it all for her. She actually does like 90% of the work, all the way up to the point she's more pushing on us to help her get the things done that she needs an adult to get done than us pushing her to get it done, which is actually really great. So just to share with you, this is her new business that she just launched. It's called Fidget Bee, and it's doing business as under her other company, Luck and Lovely. And Luck and Lovely is actually an LLC. So she is a member of an LLC. She's under 18, so she legally can't be an owner, but she is, this is the business that she started, and she built this website for her, business. She's got all these fidgets on here. Can you tell everybody what fidgets are? Come on over here. Okay, so tell everyone what fidgets are.
They're pretty much just toys that are usually used in classrooms, or some people who have like stress and anxiety use them. No, not really. That's pretty much what they're made for.
Yeah, so they're basically made to, like we used to have those stress balls. Well, now they have all these fidgets that kids love to play with, and adults too. And they're used in order for entertainment and fun, and kids do fidget trading. And like when I was a kid, we used to trade Smurfs, like that was like the thing, or garbage pail kid cards if you were from my generation. Now they trade fidgets. And there are things that you use with your hands, right? To increase focus or relieve stress, or just for fun.
I mean,
right?
There is some that have evolved from baby toys, like the Simple Dimple, because her it used to be a baby toy, and
talk to the camera.
It used to be a baby toy, and then evolved over into the fidget collection of fidget spinners, and then just all the others came.
Okay, so take us through starting your business. What's the first thing you did?
I watched Instagram videos to see ideas.
So she watched some Instagram videos. What's the type of video you like to watch? The small business?
Yeah, small business.
What is it called?
Either small business check or just small business.
Okay, so she does a hashtag search for small business or small business check, and she watches the videos. So that gave her some inspiration. Then what did you do next?
I came to you and told you another business.
Okay, good. And then where did you start searching for products?
Alibaba.
Okay, so then she went to Alibaba. She searched for products, and she put a whole bunch of them in her cart. How much was your inventory?
400.
Okay, so her inventory was $400. And where did you get the money to buy the inventory?
The commercials I do for Bob.
That's right. So she has a little side gig where she makes videos for an educational company where she reviews apps, and they pay her $100 a video, right? But how many videos did you have to do and why?
8, because my mom makes me save 50% of all my money.
That's right. So 50% of all of her money goes into an investing account, and the other half she used to invest in her business, which I think is really cool because most kids would just want to go to Walmart or Target or, and kind of blow the money, right? Spend the money. But instead she invested it in her business. And on Alibaba, what did you have to do in order to get the products here?
I had to talk to the people and sound all professional because there's no way in freaking eternity that they would sell to a 10-year-old.
So she had to sound really professional in her emails and everything, which she wrote, and she wrote these very professional emails. She said thank you. She told them what options she wanted, and then the products came.
Let's say for example, okay, thank you. Thank you for all the care that you are sending with my package. Thank you very
much. That's right. That's right. Okay, then once the products came here, what did you do?
Can I show them?
Can you show them? I don't think so.
Okay.
We're not able to move the whole thing out.
I organized them in my beautiful stand.
So we got some bins and she organized all of her inventory. And then what did you do next?
Took pictures.
Yep, she took photos of her products. And then what did you create?
My website.
Then she created her website. So take us through what you did to create your Squarespace website. What was the first thing you had to do?
Get another Squarespace. Well, I added another subscription onto my Squarespace account. Well, she did, thank you.
Did you have to learn how to use Squarespace first?
Oh, it's lovely. Yes, I didn't know how to add any products. I didn't know how to take away any products. I didn't know how to do anything.
So you watched the tutorials?
A tutorial.
A tutorial, yeah. So she now knows how to add products, add custom shipping. We've added tax. She knows what a limited liability company is. Then there was more to this than I even knew because I haven't done, I've only done e-commerce, but on Amazon. And then we sold through our own website. But quite frankly, I didn't realize you have to sign up for a tax license in your state. We had to calculate out shipping. We had to apply for liability insurance because she's selling to children, right? So there's a lot that goes into this business, right?
Yeah. I didn't know you sold e-commerce on Amazon.
Yeah, Allie and Shay, remember?
Oh, there.
Yeah. So we did all that. Now that your site is live, what are you doing? She's doing Instagram. So before everybody freaks out, I just want to let you know that we have had very extensive conversations about social media, Instagram. We use an app to monitor all the communication that goes on any social media network that she's on, so we can see what's happening. She understands about trolls and weirdos and all of that stuff. Idiots. Yeah, she understands all of that. So, and then on TikTok, that account is only on my phone because TikTok is kind of the Wild West. So, but now how will you sell your products? What do you have to do a lot of?
And they also have Snapchat. Promotion.
Yeah, so now she's really focused on promotion, right? Doing a lot of promotion of her products on Instagram and TikTok. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to take you through this with her. Is there any advice that you have for anyone?
Don't just quit in the middle of it because it's going to be worth it. Very worth it.
That's great advice. That's really great advice. Good. Any other advice? Any advice you have for parents whose kids might want to start a business?
Help them out, but make them just don't like just give it to them. Like have them work for the money to buy the products and buy the website.
That's right. So we like fully support her, but at the same time, like she has to be creative about how she's going to fund the business. She had to learn Squarespace to build her site. And then we helped her make some modifications once it was done, just in like grammar and spelling and things like that. And what else? Make you save 50% of all your money?
I'm very grateful for that because I wouldn't have like how much money do I
You have a couple $1,000s. Yeah.
have?
And it's growing because it's being invested in the stock market.
Yeah. Although I do want to say one more thing about money.
Okay.
It's not expensive to start a business. It's like my first business, probably like 400
Yeah, it was about
just to
$400.
start it, and then my second one, around like 500.
Yeah,
No,
but we've made the money back from the first business already.
no, I think it was 800 my second one because I had to buy the website.
Yeah, we paid for the premium website for a year.
Yeah,
That was $400.
but it's worth it because I got an awesome website.
Yeah. So a couple of things that I'll say about this, just like from a parenting standpoint, is, I see a lot of parents that complain about their kids just being on TV or watching videos on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. And one of the things that we shared with Trinity early on is that there's basically two types of people out there when it comes to viewing that content, right? Or the content that's on social media. There's producers and there's consumers. And the consumers really don't get any benefit from that content other than to consume it, be entertained, and to spend money, right? There's lots of opportunities to spend money. Producers, on the other hand, have the opportunity to create the content, to do the entertaining, and to collect the money. So, I asked Trinity when she first would watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, which one do you want to be? Do you want to just sit around and watch the stuff and, work for money that you then give to other people? Or would you rather create the content, entertain the people, and collect the money? And what was your answer?
I'm kind of like in the middle because I watch the videos, but I don't like mass consummation. That's not even a word.
Right.
But like I watch them for ideas and like tips.
And sometimes to be entertained, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like I also like if I hear a like voiceover I will find that voiceover and I'll save the voiceover and I'll just use it in one of my videos for my business. And that way I don't have to make my own voiceovers. So that's making voiceovers on Instagram is quite hard. So I'm very glad that there is the other option.
But did you decide that you wanted to be a consumer of content or a producer of content?
Producer.
A producer, right? Okay, good. So these lessons are really valuable because when people understand that, creating content is actually extremely lucrative. And there's lots and lots of opportunities to do that these days. I mean, back when I started my business 19 years ago, if you wanted to make a video, you had to hire someone who had a video camera, a studio, someone who could edit video. It wasn't like as easy as it is now with cell phones and editing apps and stuff like that.
I didn't know you had to do that.
Yeah, there was a lot that had to go into it.
And now you can, now like a 3-year-old can make a video.
Yeah, kind of. It's pretty awesome. Anything else you want to share?
Follow your dreams. it's just awesome when you do. The just feeling of accomplishment.
I love it. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Going
Okay.
to sleep.
Okay, good. Awesome. So a couple of things to add to that is, the first business she started, there was a lot more of like figuring things out and, knowing what to do, stuff like that. The second business was a lot easier to launch because she already had some of these processes down, right? She already knew like the step-by-step to do to actually get it launched. And then the other thing that I want to share, I know she is adorable. She's really awesome. The other thing that I just want to share is that a lot of times in life with ideas that we have about whether it would work or not, you really never know until you actually go after it. And when we were launching Trinity's business, like one of her apprehensions was like, what if this doesn't work out? And we talked about that. And I said, okay, well, let's say that it was a total failure. What would be the complete loss in this? And it was like, $400 or $800 or whatever, which isn't really a lot of money, especially for the learning lessons that she's had in this process, right? The real loss would be kind of the ding to her confidence, right? That would be the real loss if it was a failure. So then we talked about, well, what can we do to make it a success? And when we sat down, she said, well, the thing that I can do to make it a success is just keep promoting. And in business, that's where a lot of businesses never take off, is the complete lack of promotion, or the underestimation of the amount of promotion that it's actually going to take to impinge, right? To actually like make a dent and go into that thing, to impinge on an audience to the point where they're going to then take out their credit card and want to buy the product, right? So I've watched many, when I was doing Amazon, I watched a lot of the people that I went to the Amazon Sellers Conference with bail on their business because they were only doing one type of promotion. Like maybe they were doing Amazon ads and the Amazon ads weren't working. So instead of saying, okay, well, why don't I bring this over to social media? Why don't I run some Facebook ads? Why don't I, hire a marketing expert? Why don't I like all these other avenues that could then make it successful? Instead of looking at that, they focused so much on the failure of one thing that they gave up and walked away. Right. So one of the biggest lessons that I've taught my daughter, and I also teach my coaching clients, is that just because you have a failure in a business, meaning that something and some aspect of your business has failed, it doesn't mean that the whole business is a failure. It just means that that one thing wasn't optimal. That one thing wasn't the correct vehicle or path or anything, in that one direction that you could do. So now her next steps are promotion. But just to kind of recap, taking you through it, she started buying some fidgets with her money. She really liked them. She realized that other people would want to buy them. She told us she wanted to start a business selling fidgets. And we said, okay, great, go for it. Then she did all of her research on the fidgets. She put them in her cart at Alibaba. She came to us. It was going to be about $400. We said, great, where are you going to get the money from? And you would think like she has savings, right? She's got a couple $1,000s invested. We never touch that money. That money is not to be used for anything ever. Right. So her way of doing that was she was like, okay, well, Bob pays me $100 a video. I'll do 8 videos. So she did the 8 videos. We got them edited. It created the money for her to buy the inventory. So sometimes if you want to start a business, you might have to get creative, right? When John and I started our first business, we literally sold stuff out of our house. Like we had yard sales. We, reached out for credit. Like we had to get really creative on what we were doing. We called our mortgage and we said, hey, if we can't make a payment one month, what happens? And they were like, oh, nothing. We give you a 1 month grace and it just goes on to the end of your mortgage. right? So that gave us $1,800. We did the same thing with our car payment. We asked the same thing. That gave us $700, right? So we kind of got really creative. So Trinity got creative on what she could do to buy the inventory. And once she had the money, then we purchased the inventory, but then she had to communicate and do some negotiations and track it and like all of that stuff. Then once the inventory got here, she took the pictures, she built the website, and then we sat down together and said, okay, now we're selling retail items. So there's a little bit more that goes into it because we want to protect ourselves in case, I don't know, a 3-year-old swallowed one of these fidgets or something, right? We want to protect ourselves. So we said, let's set up a real company. We set up a company for Luck and Lovely. We set up an LLC. We got her tax ID number. We made 3 members to the LLC, John, me, and her. Interestingly enough, kids under 18 can be a member of an LLC. I had no idea. They just can't be the majority owner of the LLC because they obviously can't sign anything. And they can't be an owner on like a bank account or something like that because they're a minor until they're 13. Then we got the tax license. We filed for liability insurance. Trinity built the website. We made the logo together in Canva. And this girl knows how to build a whole website on Squarespace and launch it. Which is pretty amazing. So she did all that. Then now she's just at the point, like she just literally launched it yesterday. So now she's at the point of doing promotion. And the other side that I'll say with this is we made a decision last year to start homeschooling. And we made that decision because, quite frankly, Trinity was totally bored with school. She was very frustrated with having to do things that seemingly seemed very unimportant to her, which I can get, when you're in a group classroom, you might understand something, but if, 8 of the other kids don't, then all that time is spent still teaching the same thing to those 8 kids. And I think, at 10 years old, the life lessons that she's getting in terms of like building a website, starting a business, her vocabulary is like through the roof. Most adults don't have the vocabulary that she has. She knows how to study. We taught her how to study, looking up words, demoing things with little physical things to make sure she understands how they work, reaching out for help. She communicates to a support team on Squarespace when she needs help, right? How to communicate. These are skills that are so valuable to kids. And yeah, we might not do, every math lesson, but the other day we made a spreadsheet on cost of goods, profit, expenses, profits, losses, like all of that. So she now also knows how to see a spreadsheet, and that determined how she priced her products. Right. So we looked at what each unit cost and then what would be a good profit on each product. And by doing that, she was really successful with launching this. Now she's actually going through an e-commerce course as part of her learning experience. And she's going to be starting on Amazon FBA too. And she's really, really excited about that as well. So we'll be taking you through that journey. So that's what I wanted to share with you today in the general session, my little rock star over here. And I just want to open it up for questions, comments, anything like that. Hey, Gail.
Hi, I'm so impressed. I went on her website yesterday to have a look, and I think you and John are doing a fantastic job teaching her all of this, all the values and everything that she's learning. And I homeschooled Stefan also. I took him out in 7th grade because he had severe bullying from 1st grade to 7th grade. But I think it's wonderful what you're doing for your daughter. She's learning so many things. She's having fun doing it. And by the way, she looks so much like John, and she reminds me so much of my granddaughter, Isabella. I am going to be showing this recording to Isabella and her parents over the next couple of days, whenever they have time, because I think this is wonderful for them to look at as well. And I'm just so happy for her and very impressed. So thank you for bringing her on and sharing all of that with us.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And yeah, she does look just like John.
Yeah. Very much.
Yeah, he's got some strong genes there.
Yep.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, no worries. And one of the things that I always stress with people is that, while John and I could just give her everything, and anything, like, I honestly, that just isn't the way to raise responsible children, and children who know how to be independent and self-reliant. Because one day, hopefully far, far in the future, but one day, there won't be a day where she can just say, hey, come rescue me, and so even teaching her about investing, her grandfather was very generous in that he set up an investing account for her. And, we add money to that every month now. And just watching that grow, she sees it growing. So when it comes to her being, 18 or 21 or whatever, and she wants to buy a house, or, we wouldn't use it for a car. We would use it for education or a house or property or investing in business or things like that. That'll be there for her. And that's not something that I grew up with. And it's not something that John grew up with. Right. So, yeah. Okay. Anyone else want to pop out here? Questions, comments, anything like that? Okay, we're going to have a short call today then. That's what I've got for you. Okay, good. You can say, okay, guys. Well, I appreciate you being here. I love that I got to share Trinity and her journey with you. And if there's, anything that we can help you with going forward, definitely reach out. We're, excited as well that you're here and part of the JL Success Mastermind. So have a fantastic, oh wait, we've got some hands raised. Okay. Lindsay?
No, it says my internet is unstable, so I don't know if you can hear me or not. But
Yeah,
no,
I can hear you.
She is so adorable, and it's just, that's really awesome. What my boys were listening to what she's doing, so I was loving that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're like, So now they're in there talking, so I'm going to figure out. That might have sparked some interest. But thank you, and she's a doll.
You're welcome. And remember, it can all start small. Like with her, it started with lemonade stands and bake sales. Like she baked and would go sell the cookies and stuff. It also, Girl Scouts was helpful with selling cookies. Yeah, so it can definitely, be very, very beneficial.
Well, I told my 12-year-old, he does all these, I don't know, Minecraft. He does all these, he sells them to his friends now. I'm like, why don't you just go, you're online anyway, take it further. He's like, okay. And he did come to me about Squarespace the other day, like last week. So
yeah, the squishies, the poppets. Yeah, they're a hot item. So they in stores around here, like they sell out really fast.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna they'll be asking, I'll let them hear this. So
awesome. Okay, good. Stefan.
Hey guys. Yeah, sorry for coming in late. I had somebody visiting. I'll definitely go back to watch it because I'm interested to see what it was. I'm not even sure what she did on the show, so that's kind of cool. But I'm looking forward to that. And then the other thing, just completely random, but my friend just stopped by. He's the one who I do the podcast with, the mentor. He gave me a gift that he just picked up the other day, which might be interesting to you guys. It's a little wristband that looks like a Fitbit, but it contains all of your business card information and stuff, and all you have to do is tap your phone to it, and you can transfer your contact info to their phone.
Oh, that's cool.
So once I find out the name of it, I'll put it up in like something, but it's worth looking at. It's pretty neat.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, send it over.
All right. Have a good
Okay,
one, guys.
guys. Well, have a fantastic day. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the JL Success Mastermind. And if we can do anything to help you, just let us know. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.